So today is a batch recording day for me, and I'm taking you along with me. But before I really get into the footage and like what I do and all of that, I want to tell you a little bit more about why you should batch record regardless of what kind of content you're creating. Videos, blog posts, podcasts, whatever, batching will save your life. Welcome to my channel. So this is a little bit of a different video than I normally do because it is like vlog style and I'm taking you behind the scenes, but I kind of wanted to catch you up to speed before I actually started doing that. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe. I am here to tell you how to run a better business by using video and content marketing in your marketing strategy. So hit subscribe, yo. But before I really like let loose into what batch processing is, why you should, all of that stuff, and show you behind the scenes of how I batch process, I want to tell you a little bit about like why I batch process and why it will save you a lot of time. So batch processing is essentially when you set aside a time block to do one specific task, and by the time you're done. So you can like say, oh, on Monday I'm going to write all my blog posts. On Tuesday I'm going to create all my graphics for the month. On Wednesday, that's kind of the theme. So for me, it looks a lot like having a batch recording day to record all of my videos for the month, and then having other random little slots of time over the next few days to create the graphics and write the blog posts and the videos to the editors, all of that stuff. So that's kind of what you'll see throughout this video, but essentially it saves so much time, because if you haven't heard all the quotes and all the studies and all of that about like context switching and switching between tasks, it does not turn out in the favor of the multitasker. So basically, anytime you switch your brain from one task to another, you are wasting like a ton of time, because it takes you forever to get like your brain where it needs to be to switch into this other task. So by batch recording and batch processing, you are not doing that. So you're like eliminating that process or that like problem. So, which is awesome. Then in addition to that, you're getting it all done and it doesn't feel overwhelming. So if I sat here and said, I record and publish and edit and whatever, 12 videos a month, and that's gonna feel overwhelming to you, right? Like, oh, I've published 12 videos a month. That's a lot of videos in conjunction with running a business and having kids and, all of this other stuff I do. So, but what if I told you, oh, I film videos once a month? That doesn't feel that hard. So, but it's literally telling you the same thing, because I film 12 videos one time a month. Then I publish them, I schedule them, I do all of that, and they kind of go on their own. So it's not, it removes the hardness and the stress of it all, and it makes it feel more doable and less crazy. So for me, what I do right now, and this is changing slightly because I am bringing on a video editor to my team, but what I do right now is I film all my videos, and then I dump them all in folders on my computer where they make sense, and like rename things so I know what everything is. And then I edit them all in another day. Then I upload them and optimize them all. I write the blog posts for them all, and I create the images for them all, and I schedule them all. I don't do the scheduling and putting all the blog posts together. My team does that. And I'm looking to hire out and hand off more tasks, but that's kind of the premise behind it right now. So I hope you enjoy this video of like my batch processing day. I'm going to speed up a lot of stuff throughout here because it's just like useless information. Let's get to it. Hello. Okay, so a ton of you have been asking me to vlog my batch processing day. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of batch processing, and I think that it's essential for those of us who create consistent content to batch it, so that we're not like creating content every single day and getting burnt out. So today's a batch processing day. I'm actually in my kitchen because I am eating breakfast. before I get started. And in about 20 minutes, actually, I am recording with Nick Nimmin for the VidPal Tube Talk podcast. So I'm super excited about that. And I will totally try and film as much of that as I can, but then the rest of the day is batch processing. Now, today's a snow day, so I have my 7-year-old at home, but he's generally very, very easy to keep quiet and can entertain himself and all of that, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I did send my 4-year-old to daycare, so I'm just praying that the daycare doesn't shut down, that the roads don't get bad enough for the daycare to shut down. That's pretty abnormal, but cross your fingers. Okay, so when I batch record, which y'all can see my dirty house, oh well. When I batch record, I change outfits, but I do it in a way where I only have to change like 3 times. So what I do is, like, this is outfit number 1. And I mean, all it is a t-shirt and a cardigan or like a sweater. You know, one of those like really frumpy sweaters, because on the bottom, with my messy room, I have slippers and workout leggings because that's how I roll. But I will switch cardigans at some point during my filming. So here's another one I will wear. Are these called cardigans or just sweaters? Not totally sure, but it's like, you know, it's like the scoop sweater thingy mabobber. By the way, our house is in a state of construction, so it's crazy, but I will switch into that. And then I'm gonna dig through here and find like 2 other shirts that I want to wear in this closet. And what I do is, let's say I have to record 12 videos. I will wear the same thing. I will only have 4 outfit changes. So I will wear the same thing for 3 videos and then switch, wear the same thing for 3, wear the same thing for 3, do that 4 times. But what I do is I list them out in order of how they're going to go live. So this one's gonna go live on January whatever. This one's gonna go live on February whatever. And then I just kind of bounce around. So even though I'll be recording like the first 3 or 4 videos in this, it won't be 4 consecutive videos. It will be like the one that goes live here, and then the one that goes live in 4 weeks, or 4 weeks, 4 videos or whatever. That way in my thumbnail and in my video, I'm not wearing the same thing back to back. That's all I really care about. And I don't even care that much about that. So I'm off to find a couple more shirts to change into. Okay, so I found my outfits. I am going to wear this sweater, switch into this sweater. This is a sweater, but it's not like open like this. It's like an actual shirt. And then the same thing with this one, which, y'all, look at my house. Like, I don't know, there's a kid there because he's not in school, and he has destroyed my living room. My living room is literally, like, I'm standing in my office, so it's like right there. But I do have doors, as you can see, that I will shut, so it won't be horrible, but not ideal either. So yeah, I've got about 5 minutes before I get on with Nick Nimmin. And yeah, oh, I wanted to show you this too. So the last 2 well, first of all, that desk has to be cleaned. That laundry has to be moved. Listen, I'm nothing if not real. I'm not a good housekeeper, so, you know, I'll have to move all that shit to a corner somewhere. But the last 2 times I've batch recorded, and I know you can't tell it with this light right now because I'm standing like right at the window, which you also may be hearing like echo because I'm standing right at the window. But the last 2 times I've batch recorded, it's dark and gloomy outside, and it is again today. So that's not ideal, but I do have external lights. I'll figure it out. So yeah. I'm going to be trying out this, which is the Zoom H1 recorder. And what it is I will be putting it on this small, or I say small, but I mean I can bring it up to me, this tripod here. And recording my audio on this because my office is full of windows. Like, you can see all the windows in these 2 doors. I have to shut those when I record, especially today with the kid home. Then I have all of these windows and all of these windows you can imagine that my office is very echoey, and if you can probably hear it because I'm not using an external mic on this vlogging camera, but it's just one of those things I have to deal with. So what I do is I record my audio externally because I have to put my camera pretty far away from me when I record because I have a smaller lens on my camera, and I'll show you that when I get set up. But because of that, I have audio issues a lot, and so I'm going to try this new one, and it just records separately straight on the device, and then I can sync them up in Premiere Pro, so that'll be fun. Oh, so I also, when I get ready to record, I will line my floors with blankets because you guys don't see my floor anyway when I record, so I will line my floor with blankets and pillows and put as many as I can in the floor so that it absorbs some of this echo that is in my office. I mean, I have a rug in here, but it obviously doesn't do very good job with all of these windows. Okay, so let's go talk to Nick Nimmin. I will totally take you along for the ride today. So my office is really cold today. It's like, I don't know, like 20 some degrees or something outside and really windy. So my office is in what used to be like the sunroom in this house when my husband's grandmother owned it, and I've converted it to my office. But because it's an addition and because it was a sunroom, they never heated it very well. So it gets really cold. So it's really cold in my office, and I have to go in there and record in a minute, but I need to sit down and write out my talking points for each of the videos that I'm doing. Now, I have the videos that I'm recording all laid out because I plan out my content pretty far ahead of time, but I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and write out the talking points. So I'm gonna do that now before I actually start recording. Normally I do this the night before. So if you're kind of thinking through how you're gonna batch process, normally this happens for me the night before, but I'm gonna do it now. So in addition to filming 12 videos today, as long as I get through all 12, but I think I will. In addition to filming all 12 videos for the next month today, I also am filming one video for my friend Jeremy Vest at VidPal because I am taking over his VidChop segment on his YouTube channel. So essentially what it is they dissect channels and talk about what's good about them and what you can learn from them. So I'm actually filming one of those today as well, so that'll be fun. Okay, so I just counted my videos as I was going through and making notes, and I have 15 I want to record today. I don't know that that'll happen, so maybe 12. I'm good with that, and then I can batch record again in like 3 weeks for the next month, so we'll see. But I did just get everything set up, and I want to show you what my office looks like. So I'm going to be sitting right here where the camera is, and that obviously is my DSLR. It has this mic on top, but I'm not going to be hopefully using that because I got this little doodad here, which is an external mic that's sitting just out of camera frame that is going to record me as well, and I'm going to sync them up because I've been having so much echo, which is also the reason that all of these blankets and all these pillows and stuff are in my floor. I literally left anything that was cushy in the floor. So hopefully it's absorbing some sound. But basically this little thing here is kind of just turn on and use. There are some things on the side that you can use. It's like MP3 or wave, off or on for auto level, and then off or on for low cut. I honestly don't know what that means, but at the screen of it, it shows me how much time I have on this card, and then it shows me how much this thing is going up and down, which means how much of my sound it's getting. If I move it closer, it's probably gonna go even further up. But that's kind of the settings there. I know it's hard to see, but that's kind of the settings there. And I think when that red light there means that I'm hitting the top of my audio and it's not gonna sound good. But I'm gonna try it out for a little bit and see what it sounds like. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's gonna be right here, and yeah, hopefully it'll do good. But yeah, let's get started. See, this is the problem. The sun came out like super bright, and now all the settings on my camera are wrong. So this may not be the best batch recording day in the world, but we're gonna go through it. I'm actually gonna start with the script I have for Jeremy's channel and his video, so I'm gonna do that first. Alright, so because of the issues with the sun being bright one second and then really not bright the next, I am moving. I prefer to record right here. Like, I prefer to be sitting or standing right here and having my desk in the background in my videos. But I do have the option to move over here, and I have the option to stand in front of these doors, but I generally don't because there's a lot of, as you can see, there's a lot of reflection. And I got a couch full of laundry back there that I don't want to put up. So there's that. But I also have the option to go right here and record like at my desk. So that is what I'm moving to, and the reason that's a better option when the sun is doing what it's doing is because all my windows are behind me, which is not ideal, but I can pull out my external light and I can figure it out and not have to be playing with my settings on my camera so much, because it literally takes me double the time to record, and it will take me or whoever I pass it off to double the time to edit if I do it that way. So okay, so this setup is much better because I have, you can see my kid back there, but I just have the ring light and my camera, and my microphone is down here again. You'll notice I still have all the blankets in the floor around me, but yeah, I think this is going to be so much better. So say a little prayer for me, okay? Because if I don't get through these, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh crap, forgot my notes. I just had to do a battery change in the vlogging camera. I probably will have to do one in this camera very, very, very soon. But I also did a wardrobe change. I didn't change anything except for my sweater. So it will look different in the videos because the other sweater was gray. But I didn't really have to, it's like, it wasn't any work, right? So, tip. Yeah, so let's get back to it. Okay, so basically all I'm doing right now is recording my videos. Like, there's no fancy anything. I'm just recording, but I am gonna record myself recording just so you guys can see that, and I'll just speed it up a little bit. So because several of you have asked like what it looks like when I'm recording, and it's very simple, but I want to show you. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so I have this external mic right down here, and it's just out of my camera shot. So there's that. This is also a very, very unflattering angle for this camera. I might change that. There we go. It's a little better. But then what I do is I turn on the recording on this within the same like 5 seconds that I turn the recording on the camera. So then from there I just talk. It's literally not fancy. it was torture. It was the most painful batch processing day I've probably ever had because of the sun issues and everything going in and out and all of that crap. But I recorded 15 videos and I did it in, I don't know, it was like 10:30 when I started, but then it was more like 11:15 when I like actually got started because the sun was being stupid and I've had all these issues, and I still did it in like 2.5 hours. So if I can do that, you can do it too. I promise. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I'm gonna pack up this stuff here and eat me some lunch. Then I'm gonna record a podcast episode because that's how I hang with my co-host, Jacqueline. So I hope you enjoyed seeing kind of how my batch processing day went. I just recorded all of them, and I'm actually going to send them all to an editor. I'm probably gonna edit the first 2 because they need to go live next week, but then the rest of them are gonna go to an editor. Also, I forgot, and this is like total example of the fact that like we forget things sometimes, and it doesn't matter how many times you do it, you probably will mess something up. But I totally forgot to do posed pieces for my screenshot or my thumbnails for several of my videos through my first 2 outfit changes. So what I'm gonna do is just change back into those 2 shirts and do a couple of like random poses and get some shots. So then I'm gonna go eat lunch because I'm starving.